see. Yeah. You can be the way you wanna be. But if you know anything, you got any sense, yeah, you got to be relentless. Be true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. You can take your time when you do it. You can play any way you want to play it. Be true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Be true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. People wonder why. They wonder why I keep going. They'll never get it, no. They're lost in the Stone Age, yo. I'm here in this moment, you with me. Yeah, we're going to see where it takes us to the promised land. I ain't gonna step down, no, gonna take a stand, yeah, gonna find my way. We're gonna find the promised land, yeah. Be true, yeah. Be true to you, yeah. The world around you gonna see you for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the longest running daily variety show.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and know my living.
The Mark Inspires Show, day 1,745 in a row. And as you can tell, I didn't set up before I started. I threw on the main shot, and we roll! We're here, day 1,745 in a row. And we're going to kick it. We have to first go over what's going on in the world. It is scary. As you know, I'm not a fan of watching the mainstream fake news, National Enquirer media, but every once in a while, something like what's happening in Israel just catches my attention, and then I have to tune in. Now, I still don't watch the mainstream. I'm still getting all my information from online news sources because I refuse to watch the negatube. That is what I call the TV. It's called the negatube because all you'll find on the TV is negativity. So break away from it. If you're not going to join this show, join something that gets you feeling good, because this world is filled with negativity currently. And it's only getting worse. Ukraine was a drain on this world for the last 6 months. And it was, coincidentally the day after they finally said that the bugaboo didn't work. The same thing as when we found out we had the thing that shut down the world for 3 years. It was the day after they couldn't get Donald Trump out of office. Nobody remembers these things, but I was live these days. Every single day since December 31st, 2018, I've been here. So I can actually go through my mind and I can put together in some weird order all these different events that took place because I was here with you. But right now what's happening in Israel is just disgusting. And I've seen several videos. I posted one of them on TikTok, over on Clapper as well, of, her name is Rashida Tlaib. She basically wouldn't even respond to someone asking her about children having their heads cut off. And anybody who's a U.S. politician who can't outright say that they completely, condemn terrorism in any form shouldn't be in office. They shouldn't be in office. And if you're somebody out there who sees these things, remember that when you go to the voting booth, even though I'm not sure if the votes matter based on the last turn of events. Somebody brought up a very good point. They said the amount of registered voters in the United States of America. I'm just curious real quick. I just want to see what that is. Let's just see if I can type that in. U.S. registered voters count for 2020. All right, let's just see what was registered in the United States of America. Okay. There were 158 million ballots cast out of 168 million registered votes. Hold on, no. Zabrask! That's a good one. So let's just see what happens here real quick. And it may still work out that it's still skeptical, but 158 million. Can somebody just do the math on this real quick? What's 81 million minus 158 million? Let's just do this together, just because I'm stupid. Calculator. 158 minus 81. 77. That's interesting. Is that right? How many votes did Trumper get? How many votes did Biden get? I think Biden got the 81 actually. So maybe the numbers don't work. Let's see how many votes, because I'm just curious how the numbers worked out. Based on the amount of votes that actually were cast, we have an idea here. Let's see. The Trumper had, can I see? It won't show me? That's even sketchier. That's so sketchy, it doesn't show. Okay, here we go. Trump had 74.2 and he had 81.2. That winds up being 155.4. So basically, I guess my theory's wrong. Well, there's 3 million somewhere out there in the mix. But regardless of that, it just seemed very sketchy to me, the way that all this worked out. And now we have a very scary life that we're living right now, where we're seeing this terrorism taking place in real time. And what's really scary about this is we've been watching military-aged men come across our border in droves. I'm talking millions of illegal immigrants have come across the border. And how many of them could potentially be part of like a sleeper cell? And the other scary thing is that, there's a very, very minute chance that all of the states are also involved in this potential that's about to happen. And, shifting all of these bodies around the country into the major cities. Think about that. They all came across the border, and then Texas is like, well, we're going to send them to New York, and we're going to send them to San Francisco, and whatever. They're sending them all over the country, but it seems like they're sending them to major areas. I know there were a lot that were dropped off by me about 40 minutes from me. So now I'm thinking to myself, based on what's happening in Israel, if all of them were just automatically at one moment decided to do something as a group here on our soil, we kind of have allowed that to take place. And not we, but our government has allowed that to take place by keeping an open border policy for the last 2 years. And we had a very strong border prior to this administration. And, if people have any concern about where our future is, look at what's happening around us. Look at this. They gave $6 billion to Iran. $6 billion. That was like a month ago. Now, Hamas was out there praising Iran for backing them. We had the $85 billion in weapons in Afghanistan that were just left. Don't worry about that. Was some of that used? I mean, there's so much going on right now. It's very scary. And then to think that we're the ones who are responsible because we gave the money to Iran. We left the weapons in Afghanistan. We have an open border. They're shifting people all over our country. These are things that are going on around us while they're dividing us. Think about that. Not only are they shifting all these military-age men all over our country into different cities, different areas where they can really do damage, but then they're also constraining our population by turning us against each other based on political interest. And now I hear, and I don't know if this is true, but anybody who supports the former president is considered a domestic terrorist. Is this true? Is this true? With the Fibby? The Fibby's considering anybody who supports the... Anybody? You could have an 85-year-old old man who just is a conservative and says, you know what, I don't like this piece of garbage in office, who's leaving $85 billion in equipment, who's, literally $6 billion in Iran, open border, let's shut down the Keystone Pipeline. We used to be energy independent. Now we are relying on other countries for our oil, for our gas. Come on. And then think about the inflation and think about everything else that's being destroyed in front of our eyes. Now, if you are somebody who likes to look at what's happening and you think about future events, they have a plan. The plan is to reduce population by the year 2030. The plan is to push people into the major cities, 15-minute cities, 10-minute cities, whatever the frig they call them. It's a plan they are enacting. This isn't something they want, like a hope. Oh, let's see if we can gather support. They're freaking doing it. It's happening right now. Everything that's going on in our lives right now. It's all a plan taking place. Even this thing that's going on in Gaza, it's planned out for a year, they said. They had inside information 3 days before from the Egyptian government, and nobody acted on it. They didn't take it seriously. They didn't read it. The facts fell under the machine, whatever. They didn't do anything. Actionable intelligence. 3 days later, this took place. It seems like everybody's blasé. The southern border, no, it's secure. It's secure. They wouldn't let any journalists down there to film. They had blacked out certain areas. You weren't allowed to film hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens walking across our border in order to, show up at your doorstep. Now, I don't want someone coming across this stream and saying, oh, you don't like any illegal immigrants. No, I don't like illegal immigrants. I don't like the concept of doing something like that, doing something illegal in order to find your way here. Do it the right way. And it may not be possible. I don't know. But the point is, what's happening right now with our border is tragic. Our country will never be the same. And now what I fear is that you're going to start seeing the crap that you've seen all over the world on our homeland. Yeah, we had 9/11. Yeah, we had Osama bin Laden do what he did, or if he did. But we had that take place. And there was cover given to the Saudi Arabians at that time. I mean, we are complicit on so much in this country. And we don't hold anybody to task if we're allies with the country that they come from, or if there's business and money to be made, they will slit the throat of American citizens. They don't freaking care about us. That should be clear by now. Like, how about this? You have these brave men and women who go out and they fight for this country. And then they come back and they're completely just forgotten about. They're forgotten about. And they have a hard time reacclimating into society after blowing the head off of a terrorist halfway around the world. And we forget about them. There's no job for them. There's PTSD for them. And then you have a government who forgets about them. No respect. And it's sad to see, because those are the brave men and women who allow us to currently live here safely for the last, who knows how long, since the last 22 years. But that's about to change because of what's happening in DC. You have a government who says to themselves, well, our president's, his brain is shit. And he's 80,000 years old. And right now, we can't change anything that's going on because it is literally a full court press from these insane people to push radical agendas and to force us to hate each other over them changing life so much, so drastically in a short period of time that, God almighty, I'm sorry, I got to take this. Give me a minute. Okay, guys. So, I think we've spoken enough about this anyway. It's kind of a good transition into something else, something more positive, something funny. I just want to say last moment, or just the last word on this. What's happening in the world over there, halfway around the world, shows us a barbaric side of humanity. It shows us an evil that exists in this world. And there are people who will literally snuff you out for religious belief, over land, whatever. But they don't care about you. And you have a appreciation for your life and appreciation for others that they don't have. You are literally not only the enemy to them, but this is the twisted thing. They see you as evil. These scumbag pieces of garbage that are out there doing this, they see us as evil. They see you as evil. They see these Jewish people in Israel, babies, as evil, worthy of death by their sword. So if you think they're, over there, they're halfway around the world and I don't have to worry about that. I wish that was the case. I wish when the administration came in, they said, you know what? We're going to get rid of everything that Donald J. Trump ever did, except the policy to make sure our border is safe. We need to know who's coming in. We don't want to have terrorists come in. We don't want people coming in and bringing diseases or anything like. We need to keep our country completely safe. We'll determine who can come in, and that has to be the priority. But the priority for this current administration was to open it, to allow anybody and everybody in. And then not only that, but once you come here, we'll give you a couple $1,000. We'll give you a phone. We'll give you a place to stay at, like a Waldorf Astoria. And then we pay for it in our taxes, which, by the way, 81,000 or 82,000 IRS agents were hired by the Sleep Sofa. I wonder what that's for. So, I just want to say this. The world is scary. We can't change it. But be very, very aware of it. And be prepared. Be prepared. Make sure you're keeping your eyes open and you always know your exits, no matter where you are. If you have to make a quick break, know where you can go. And absolutely not, don't get comfortable. I know that sucks to say, but it seems to me like this is a movie playing out. It started with the CV, then went to Ukraine, now it goes to this, and then it goes to all of these different sleeper cells being activated. And then insanity taking place on our soil. And then what happens? The Constitution gets suspended, martial law, elections suspended. Sleep Sofa Joe gets to stay in office. Kamala Chameleon takes over. Painting the worst picture in history for you guys. I'm sorry, but that's just like where we're going. And it's frightening because you can't get rid of this. Taking away personal property from people. The former president lost his properties before a trial. This is like Cuba. This is Germany in the 1940s. This is so illegal and nobody's doing a thing about it. It's sad to see the crumble of our society and that the people who should be fighting back, us, we the people, we can't even gather because the ones that are speaking the truth aren't found. They aren't seen because they're held down. And that's why we will unfortunately lose this war. The evil that controls everything controls the most important thing, keeping us apart. So, let me play you a little something to totally break us away from this insanity and get us going with a laugh here, okay? This is something that I freaking love. I did this a while ago, and I just downloaded it again because I want to drop this on TikTok and all the other platforms in little clips. It's one of the funniest things. I don't know if you guys remember, and I'm sure you do, but every time you'd scroll on Instagram, every time you'd scroll on TikTok or on Facebook, you'd see these like entrepreneur, like, oh, I've got the new scheme so you can make $1 million and buy my program, you know? And it was just like so annoying to see over and over is like this buy my program and you could become a millionaire overnight like me and I can get you 1 million followers, all this garbage. And it made me think of doing a comedy sketch on it and doing something where it was like I was selling a program to people. So we wound up doing 2 of them. Hope you enjoy. I'll be back in a few minutes. What's up, guys? You want to try to land someone like this? There's only one way to do that. You got to learn the 5 rules to landing a lady. Yeah. All you got to do is check it out down below. Webinar, it's free. You go in there, I give you all 5 tips. And in order for you to get out alive, you just have to give a blood sample and take a civet test, get a vaxaroo, and you have to pay us a bribe fee of $999. I like that total. I'm throwing it around tonight. And if you do that, those 4 things, first of all, you're going to be protected. You're not going to get it anymore, you know? Like when you go out there and like everybody's like, oh, it's out there. You're not getting it anymore because you got the bugaboo, you know? Like everybody else who's not getting the bugaboo, they're the ones spreading it. Every get bugaboo. So you, though, you're good, you know, because you went to get the bugaboo and you're good now, you know? So you go get the bugaboo, you bring the test, you do that, you bring the $999. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm teaching you all the 5 steps to landing ladies. You know, when you're landing ladies, I'll give you step 1 for free. This is a free, at least this is the first step. You want to land a lady? You go up to that lady. That sounds simple. Does it? I'll tell you what, most people have a hard time doing step 1, going up to the lady. Step 2 is the crazier one. Oh, what do you do when you do step 1? You got to go to the freaking webinar for that one. You want to do it? Fine, I'll give you that one too. She's giving me an elbow over here saying, just tell him. Step 2 is saying hi. You got to land the lady. You walk up to her and you say, hey, how you doing, lady? I just happened to see you from across this venue here. And I thought I might stop over and say hello. See how you're doing. You're in. If you do that, say those words exactly, you're landing a lady, you know. This is, you know, I'm giving you inside, you know, this is webinar exclusive stuff, you know. You got to really get into the webinar in order to know all about these details, okay? The most important thing to understand is that if you really want to land a lady, step number 3, you going for the kill. I just can't help but notice how striking you are. You know, I know it's 2021 and this is passé, but I really love to make you a housewife. You know, take care of some kids, you take care of the house. I will go out there and chop some freaking firewood, right? What are we talking about here, right? Is that too much of an over-the-line thing to say, 2021? I want you to stay home and raise our children. You know, don't go out there and murder people one day and get into video game heads and latchkey kids. How crazy for you to take away my right to be a woman. I know. I wasn't meaning to do that. You can do you, okay? You want to do you and you don't want to be a housewife, take care of our children? You just made your own bed. Yeah, realistically, like, I don't even need to know what's downstairs after that, you know? You're going to tell me that, like, you're good and don't need, like, no, sorry, you're done. I'm out of here with you. I got no time for someone who's not going to be, you know, taking care of the kids. Like, you want to shuffle them off?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to go back to work.
You can't wait to go back to work, shuffle your kids off? You do realize you shuffle them off to school when they're 5. And then they're in the system, right? This one over here wants to put them in the system day 1. Okay, shovel them off. Let somebody else take care of my kids. You never seen the way nannies take care of kids? Go freaking Google nanny treatment. Not good. No. You think a nanny, think about how frustrated parents get with their own kids. Now you give that to somebody who gives not a crap about your kids. Get it? Got it? Good. Look, at the end of the day, you have to understand that if you want to land a lady, you have to follow this guy. I am the land a lady guru. You know, there was a guy named Tim Meadows that was the ladies' man back in the day. He'd say, I'm the ladies' man. And he was actually very good at being the ladies' man. But I am the 2021 ladies' man. My name is Timmy T. That's right, when Timmy T's on the scene and he's like, I'm going to land ladies. I'm going to give you, this is act number 4. You need to do these things in sequential order. You know where we're at right now. You walk up to the lady, right? And you get up there, you're like, hey, how you doing? Right? You got that going. And then you're like, I can't help but notice that you got those clothes halfway off. Let me help you with the rest. Right? You're good. You do that, game, set, match. Boris Becker style. He's getting the Wimbledon tonight. Yeah, he was there. You know, 17-year-old winning Wimbledon. Yeah, nobody remembers. Nobody wants to remember. She just got Wimbledon. Yeah. Game, set, match. Oh, yeah? 40 love. You know what I mean? So, you know, right, that one worked on you, right? Yeah, see? She told you, heard it from her lips. If that doesn't work, concrete exterior type of situation, this is where you go. You got to go flipperoo. You know, I couldn't help but notice that the left side of your face is longer than the right side of your face. Just figured I'd point that out. And walk away. You walk away, right? 3 minutes later, watch. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, no, I'd love to have a drink with you. Right? Every time, you know, it's one or the other. There's also a third option, you know. Could I buy you a drink? Oh, you're underage, sorry. I don't, hopefully she's not. That would be very, very off-putting. And also, oh, I'm gone. That's it. Nope, sorry. I just got canceled by Bausch and Lau.
They're like, comedy bad. You can't do funny.
This freaking Karen world. Everybody's a Karen. 2021 Karens everywhere. Guys, look, we're here down at the beach right now, Surfside beaching it, right? And we're having a great time. We're ready to take on that next surf contest. Remember, if you want to learn how to surf from the master, you got to follow me Down below, just click the link. Click the link down below. We've got a webinar. Yeah, the webinar on surfing. You don't want to miss that one. Webinar surfing it. And you're going to be like, oh, I visualized it. Listen, if you can't webinar the surf, detail and get into what I told you about the barrel roll, and there's a story within that barrel roll, right? Yeah, she knows. She was there for the story. Why do you think she's latched up with me now? Yeah, she was like, oh, Brock Williamson, we want you to tell that story again tonight on the show. That's why I'm here. And she was like, hey, do you want to go out afterwards? I did the reverse pick up a girl situation. She pick up a guy situation. She came over to me. Yeah. That's when you're boss level. You want to go boss level 5? You're there doing your thing. Comes over to you. Hey, I noticed your shirt is halfway open. Can I help you with that? She must have taken my freaking course, And then all of a sudden we're on the same wavelength situation, But look, you want to get a Brock special? You get your butt out here, out in that freaking surf. The big waves are coming. The cowabunga from down under, that's coming. Yeah. You better have your longboard. You want to get on the cowabunga from down under? With Frankie Avalon? With Annette Funicello? You better make sure you're doing an Annette Funicello situation, that you get yourself in front of the camera and you tell them, I got my longboard. I'm ready for my Annette Funicello situation. I don't need you to tell me that Annette Funicello is not in. Okay, I think that she's totally in. And at the end of the day, if you were looking for someone cooler, I don't know. Who's cooler than Annette Funicello, right? I don't think there is anybody. Okay, I think we got one. It's not, the resolution's not good enough. Let me just see if I can try to make it work. I'm going to save it and just leave. A black background's never good. We need to find something better. All right, give me a second. We're still working on it.
All right, I'm back.
Trust me, this will be worth it.
I don't know what I did here. What was this?
Oh my goodness. $199 a month. And we're talking about how we can make other people rich.
I did Dean Graziosi as well. He's a chooch.
Hey guys, it's Dean. I'm here to make you rich with my girlfriend.
You guys know, right?
What the freaking heck, Joanne?
Give me a pick. Such a bad song. Oh. By the seashore.
modulation. Had the perfect one, I didn't push the record. freaking throw it. What the hell?
I'm waiting. I'm Do you hear me? Are you there? Are you with me till the end? We can do what we like if we are joining hands, coming together as one. Tick tock, feel the road rolling around again. Tick tock, hear the clock hands round and round again. Do you hear me? I am singing. Do you even care at all? Care
Goodness, you know, sometimes you're in the process. And sometimes it's good. Other times, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Not really sure. All I know is I appreciate you guys. Hopefully tomorrow, get some people to join us. Guys, if you can do me a favor, I'm just going to say this. Check your notifications and make sure they're all on. I did speak with YouTube today, and they said that very few people have my show clicked to all notifications on. And that could be a very real reason why we don't have people here every day. So if you guys can do me a favor, moderators, S-Coop, anybody else, whenever you see anybody new, any names that pop in and say hello, besides sending them a BeatSeat link, remind them to subscribe. Remind them to hit all notifications on, because we need to get that number higher. We need to get the notifications number up really high, and then maybe we'll have some real interaction on this channel. But until then, this freaking platform sucks. So do me a favor if you can, continually bash the chat and just remind people that they're not notified. They're not being notified. And tomorrow, we will do it all over again. My hope is we'll do it all over again. You know, you guys just need to join me. I'll be here. Oh, goodness. You know, where the hell is this stream? Oh, here it is. Sometimes you have to find the stream. Get a lot of open tabs, you know. Joanne, can you do me a favor and restart the outro? Thanks. You know, sometimes she helps. Barella, my friend. Kill it and grill it. S-Coop, Trish Killian, and Wharton Fissel. And if anybody else is out there doing a lurkaroo, I appreciate you. Tomorrow, I will see you again. Remember, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. The Donald Trump Show movie. Don't miss it. Link is up already. I'll see if I can feature it. See you guys tomorrow.